everybody. Welcome to the live planner launch party. So excited to be here with you today. I'm just waiting for my screen to load so I can see your comments. But yeah, thank you for joining me. I hope you guys had a good holiday yesterday if you are in the US and you celebrate Thanksgiving. So let's see. Hopefully this will pop up for me in a second. My computer is feeling like me today. Little slow to start. But yeah, I'm so excited to be here with you today, sharing with you a more in-depth walkthrough of my new planner, which is amazing. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support you've shown me so far and the excitement around it. It's been just mind-blowing to see everybody getting their copies and how they're using it and things. So thank you for that. It's definitely been a wild ride, and I'm so happy to finally be sharing it with you. We are going to do a couple giveaways. I'm going to be giving away a copy of my soft cover planner here, as well as some stickers. Finally got the chat up. Hello, Karen. You're loving your planner. I'm so happy to hear that. Awesome. So, I'll give the giveaway details at the end, but I won't be picking a winner during the live stream. It'll be after. So I know this is a busy time of year for everybody. So if you're just catching the replay, you'll still be able to enter. Like I said, I'll talk about that before we sign off here, and I'll leave the details in the description box below. But first, let me get this out of the way. So, I did post a video already walking you through the planner, of course, but it was more like a quick rundown, more of like a commercial style, I guess you could say, right? This is looking very washed out because of my lighting. The colors are much more vibrant. Let me see if I can turn this down a little. Karen says, hopefully I'll be able to order the stickers this week. Oh, yay! Yeah, I'm having a sale, 25% off until the end of the month. I'm trying to figure out, it's Tuesday, I believe, is the end of the month. So, and there's freebies and stuff for that too. You can check out all those details over there and stuff. But anyway, I thought I could walk you through it a more little chatty, kind of show you what I envisioned when I made this for each spread, just so you guys can get the inside scoop and stuff. I still do not have my hardcover copies, but I did want to show you this one. This was a print proof. The name of the planner is different, and there's a few other like technical things that are different, but the actual like guts of the planner are the same. But I did want to be able to show you the hardcover. So this soft cover is a half letter size planner. It's 8 and what is half letter? 8.5 by 5.5? I think so. Tammy says I haven't opened mine yet. Doing an unboxing later today. Oh, yay! I can't wait to see it, Tammy. Are you posting it on YouTube or on your Patreon? Karen says I need to reorder some moon stickers too. Yes. I love the moon stickers. Tammy said, but I'm taking notes on this video. I'm so excited. Oh, yay! Well, there you go. You'll have some ideas for when you open yours. So, as I was saying, soft cover planner 8.5 by 5.5. It's half letter size. The hardcover, the pages are still half letter, so that 8.5 by 5.5 size, but the cover is slightly larger, and it does weigh it does weigh a bit more. But let's walk you through. So I have this watercolor design on the front here. Mine got a little dinged up, so please ignore that, but it wraps all the way around. Now, I don't know if you can see this, but I have gone through and broken in my spine. So they are like a book. They're bound like a book with glue and stuff. So when you get yours, your spine is going to be very stiff. So what I recommend doing is I usually open to the middle and I'll push it down. You have to push down a little hard sometimes. Like I said, I've already broken this one in, but it does take a little bit of finesse, and I'll just start at the back or the front, and every couple of pages I just go through and I kind of smush it down, and that's how you train your book to lay a little bit flatter. So in the front here, let me see if I can get this centered for you. Tammy says I'm posting it on YouTube. Oh, yay! I can't wait to see. Yes, exactly. Has sticky notes all ready to go. Perfect. All right. So inside cover, Creativelyfree2bme Planner. When you started it and when you archived it, I put archived instead of finished because sometimes you're just done with a planner or a journal before the pages are done. So I feel like archived, it went with the giving you permission to use it however you want, right? So inside cover, copyright, my new website is up, so you can go visit my website if you wanted to check that out. It has links to like all of the things that I'm doing, and there's a blog on there. I haven't started it yet, but it's coming soon, so that's pretty exciting. We have This Notebook Belongs To, of course, a giant space to write your name. And then I put If Found Please, and I kind of left it open for you so you could write something funny and sassy there if you wanted, or offer an actual reward. Next, I just have like a little intro page. I talk about who I am in case you didn't know, but I'm sure all of you know who I am. It also talks about why I chose to make a 4-month undated planner, which I probably should have said at the beginning. This is a 4-month undated planner. We'll talk about that. So I just kind of explain a little bit about that. There's some hashtags down here you can use when sharing your planner. That's been super fun to see. Those of you who've already used that on Instagram, I really appreciate that. Next, we get into like more of the meat of the planner. So the first thing I like to do whenever I start a planner or a journal is I like to write a welcome note to the planner. Just like, hey, it's never really formal. It's just like, hey, I'm excited to start you. This is going to be a fun journey together. Just like, I know it might be a little weird to some people, but I feel like you put so much of your life in the journal, you create like a relationship with it in a way. So just like writing a little intention of how you're going to use it and stuff like that can be a really fun way to do an introduction there. And then on this page, you have a permission slip. So when I was creating this planner, I really wanted to create a planner that you could use for everything, like no matter how you like to plan or journal, or just, I wanted it to encompass everybody's needs while giving you the creative freedom to like use it however you want and not have to draw out any of the boxes like you do in bullet journaling. Basically, this is basically my idea of a bullet journal without drawing any of the boxes. Was kind of my thought as I was creating the planner. But anyway, I just put a little permission slip here for you guys. It just talks about allowing yourself to use the planner for however long or short you need to be messy, to cross things out, to put in pictures and color, or just use pen. This is your creation, right? And you should be able to use it however you want. Then you have a blank page. So real quick, let's talk about why it's 4 months, since I kind of skipped over that. This is a 4-month undated planner because I feel like I naturally have my own like quarters. I don't specifically follow the traditional quarters like January, February, March, and then April, May, June, and so on. I just kind of like do my own thing. I suppose it syncs with the seasons of the climate that I live in. So sometimes it's 3 months and sometimes it's 4 months, but that's usually the point. 3 or 4 months, no matter what notebook I'm using, is the point where it gets a little too chunky, right? to use anymore. And I just have that itch. I want to change things up, right? So I made it 4 months undated so you can use it at any time. Whenever you want to come to this and start setting it up, you can start right away. 4 months also allows you to say you got this in like the middle of November, right? Who wants to wait till December to set it up, right? Like nobody wants to wait for that. So I wanted to give you that extra month so you could either start early, or if life got a little too busy and you didn't have time to switch planners, you had the extra month in the back to continue on without having to start a new one. So that's kind of the idea behind the 4-month planner instead of 3 months. Plus, I mean, with all the pages I have in here, can you imagine if I did 6 months? It would be like, it'd be a brick. So, moving on, in the front here, we have like some, what I call them the quarterly pages. Tammy said, okay, I couldn't wait, opened mine. It's gorgeous. I'm so happy you like it. Still doing a video, hurrah. I love that it's a 4-month planner. I'm so glad you like it. I'm glad you're still going to do the video. So this is what I call the quarterly pages. They're all kind of in the front here. So you have 12 months worth of this tracker. I use mine 6 months at a time. I'll walk you through how I do mine, but you can use these for literally anything. I like to track 2 or 3 core habits kind of on these big trackers for the year instead of doing a bunch of little habit trackers. This just doesn't work for me. So, but you can use them for favorite moments of the day, gratitude, planning ahead, whatever you need to use those for. So you have 12 months worth of those in the front. Then I set this up for your future planning. So I left you space to write the months on the side here. And future planning, of course, again, you can use it however you want. But there's 6 months worth of mini calendars here. You can't write a ton in the box, but it's enough to at least write, B-Day or something like that. And then you have a little box down here to write more important appointments and notes about whatever you're planning for in the future there. So there's 6 months worth of those. Then you have some blank pages you can use for more long-term collections, things that you'll need to reference throughout the life of your planner. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 double-page spreads for that. This one I put a little decoration on. You can cover it up and use it however you want, but my intention was to use it as sorry, brain left the building there for a second. For like a card reading, maybe for the next 4 months, if you're into that. Scripting something that I want, wish list, affirmations, reminders, just that little hint of, magic in your day. And if that's not your thing, then like I said, you can just cover the decoration up and move on. But I do have some spreads like this in the monthly section, which we'll get into. So then you go right into the months. All of your months are grouped together. All the extra pages, the weeks and stuff like that, it's all together. So you don't have to flip to the front to see your months, and you don't have to flip to the back to get to your note pages. It's all there for you all together in 1 month at a time chunks. So you have your full calendar. My calendars are Monday start, but it's easy enough to cover it up if you're a Sunday start type of person. I put little stars instead of boxes here so that you could put in the dates. I did make a corresponding sticker kit with this. It's the Watercolor Clouds sticker kit. You have months and date circles, which fit here if you want to. I used clouds instead of labels, and then these Monday through Sunday little clouds. So I also plan on releasing in December just the black font that coordinates with the kit, but I did want to show you that. These are in the Etsy shop right now. They don't come with the planner because I just am not able to do that, but because I never mentioned that. This planner is available on Amazon. I should have scripted this. If I forget to mention anything and you have a question by the end of this live stream, please don't hesitate to let me know. But you can buy these sticker kits in my Etsy shop. All stickers and everything in there is 25% off until the end of the month. So if you did want to get some coordinating stickers, you can hop over there and do that. Moving on, back to the month. So you have your monthly overview. There are enough columns here so that whatever month you're in, you have enough boxes to write out the whole thing and nobody has to share a box, which was really important to me. And then over here, you have a spot. You can use it for anything. You can write in your own header. I've been using it as like a focus for the week or like a reminder. Again, I'll show you in mine how I was doing that. But there's your monthly spread. Then you have monthly intentions. Now, I put intentions. You can call them goals, whatever you want to do. But I did leave a little spot for you to do some planning. I have used this format throughout the planner. They're just like little sticky notes that are already on the page. I love sticky notes, so I thought this would be a really fun feature to add. And everything's like in a grayscale, so you can just, it's pretty seamless. There's no black lines, so you can just write over the whole thing if you wanted. Up here, this is, you can use it as a project tracker if you want a goal tracker. Things like that. My idea was that you would write your goal or something you're working on. Say you're working on a long-term project, right? So you write it here, and then you could fill in how many stars you are in the progress of it, if that makes any sense. So like if you started it last month and you're already like halfway through it, you could color in a couple stars so that you know you're starting out not from ground zero, because it can get really discouraging sometimes when you're like migrating stuff to the next month and you're just writing the title of the project and you're like, oh, I didn't get very far into this. This leaves you a way to see where you started and where you ended. There's more of these at the end of the month, which you'll see. So that's kind of what that's for. You can use it for favorites, whatever your heart's desires. You kind of get the point, right? Use it however you want, cover it up, make it yours. And then you just have a big long list here if you wanted to do more scripting out a goal or a project or something like that. Next, you have remember this. I use this as my to-do list spread. So I would put, November to-do list on this side. And then this is kind of like your sticky note dashboard. You could use it as a memory keeping spread if you wanted to, or you could use it more as a functional planner. So for me, I write things like things I'm waiting on in the mail. You guys have seen that on my planner before. I'd use one of these boxes to remind me that I need to get my Jeep inspected this month. Stuff like that. So that's a really fun page that I wanted to include there. Then you get into the weekly spread. Let me take a sip of my drink here. Sorry, there's just a lot of talking. All right. Then you have your weekly spread. So this is actually a double spread weekly layout. And I'm going to explain this to you in a minute. So each day of the week has the same amount of space. Again, was really important to me that no days were sharing any spaces, because even though, Saturday and Sunday is the weekend, like many of you, I'm sure, my weeks do not operate that way. I often work on the weekends. So I wanted to make sure everybody, start again, that every day of the week had the same amount of space. So you have your header up here. You have 5 stars. You can use it as a checklist, your most important things to do that day. I usually use mine as like a, this project is due this day, or I have clients at this time, stuff like that. And there's a label down here. I use these for my dinners. So you can use it for workouts, good thing of the day, whatever you want. So on this side of the page, you have this list here, which I intended to be your to-do list. And then you have a little notes section, which I will talk about again in a second after I show you the other side. So you have Thursday here on this column, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then another notes page. I created this spread so that you could actually, and Karen said she's already done it, which is awesome. You can cut down this dividing line here on this side, and then you have this note piece to take with you. I did this as an example in here to show you guys. Now where I put it is the big question. Here it is. So you have your little like Dutch door, so you can see, obviously you can't see all of the days at the same time, but it gets you pretty close, right? So you have your to-do list, your little Dutch door if you wanted, and then you can take this with you. If you wrote your grocery list on it, you can cut it out and take it with you to the grocery store. Maybe you needed extra notes on a different page and you wanted to just like tip it into that page. You could do that. Or you can just leave it, of course, as one big page. That's all up to you. But I thought that was a fun design feature to add. And Karen said she did cut it out to make the Dutch store, and she likes it like that, which is very cool. Thank you, Karen, for sharing that. I'm so happy you liked it. Okay, so you have 5 weeks worth of those. So that, again, no matter which month you're in, you have all the space you need. And then you hit the end, right? So we have the monthly reflection. I have those star progress bars, whatever you want to call them, again, in the monthly reflection. So if you are still working on a project, you can, track your progress there, how far you made into it, some of your favorite things of the month. You could do, like, I crushed this goal, gave myself 5 stars. And then you can write just like a reflection about whatever you want, and use some of these sticky notes maybe for your favorite memories of the month, or other things like that. Again, I tried to leave it as blank as I could so you guys could do whatever you wanted with it, without having to draw any of the boxes. And then each month also features one of these pages, so it's like this right here, but I thought it would be so fun as like a monthly favorites. I started it in mine, so again, I'll show you all that in a minute. But you could use it as whatever you want, again, or cover it up, whatever floats your boat. So then you have 3 of these, I call them the magical spreads. You can use them. My intention was to use them for kind of moon phase, tracking, doing my card readings and stuff like that. Again, you can do scripting, or you can cover this up and just use it as a journal page, whatever floats your boat. So you get 3 of those, and each of the decorations on those pages is a little different. Then you have this spread, which is just amazing in my opinion. You can use this for literally anything. You can use this as, turn it into a tracker. You can use it as a gratitude list. You can use it as good things. If you're doing a challenge, like you're doing December daily or something, you can use it to track that each day. It just, so many possibilities of things that you could use the spread for, but again, you didn't have to write in any of the numbers or anything. It's all there for you. You have these gray headers to write your title, and then there was extra space down here, so I just put in this extra header so you can use this little box down here for whatever you want. Next, I did a what I would consider a transaction log. So if you wanted to track your finances in here, you could do that. I know that some of the ladies who have already got this are using it to research, I think it was oil paints, so like different prices and brands and things that she was looking at, which I thought was a genius idea. And if you don't want to use it for any of that, you just have some gray lined pages to journal on. So I did give you a couple of those. Only the first one has the dividing lines in here, but the rest of them are just gray and white alternating lines with the header at the top. So you could use it for your budgeting or anything else that floats your boat. And then you just have a bunch of blank pages at the back. So you have a couple lined pages and then a bunch of blank pages. And then until you go into the next month. And that repeats for 4 months. So that's kind of the idea that I had in mind when creating all of the spreads. It's a flip through and such. I hope you guys enjoyed that more like in-depth look and hearing kind of my ideas behind all the spreads and things. So now I'm going to show you how I've been using it. So I actually took mine apart, which is fairly easy. I took it apart the same way that I did the last planner. Basically, you pull the cover off, and then because the pages are all glued together in a block, you can kind of rip them off like a paper pad, and then you do have to kind of cut the excess glue off every couple of pages to make it not rip. If you want a video on how I did this, please let me know. I'd be happy to make one for you. But yeah, I took this apart and punched it for my disc planner, which I am loving. So I still have October's in here, so let's flip through there. All right, let me get another sip of water here and catch up on the chat. Angie says, can't wait to share a video to show all I've done so far. A cutout for the Dutch tour too. That's awesome. I can't wait to see Angie. Timmy says, Leanne, I love the quality of the paper. I'm so glad you like it. Sarah says, I'd love a pen test. Yes, I will. I started one in here, so I will definitely be showing you one when we get there. So hold tight. Missy says, would love to see a video of how you made it disc bound. Okay, I will put that on the list of videos to do. So, I actually only have 2 months of the planner in here, but I started this November 4th. This was my test copy, so again, the title and some of the things are slightly different, but for the most part, the content is the same. Angie says you can take it to your local UPS or place similar and it costs $2 to cut the spine off. Oh yes, I forgot. Angie made a spiral notebook out of it, which I thought was amazing. All right, so this is, I got excited, so this is the first proof copy that I got, which I started using, so there's that. So notebook belongs to, and then I did, if found, you know, contact me for a reward and put my mailing address there. It's not where I live, it's a P.O. box, so don't worry. Next, I did my intentions page, so I just wrote a little intention. It didn't fill out the whole thing, but I might add something to it eventually. Then we have the permission slip. I filled in my name and signed it. I didn't add anything extra, but if you wanted to, there was that. All right, and then this is how I use my, whatever you want to call this, the yearly trackers. I use one for like a moon menstrual tracker and the other one for like a body movement tracker. So pretty self-explanatory. You don't need to spend too much time on that page to see all of my my intimate details, but I just went back in and filled in a couple of the previous months because I like to be able to like compare. So I started it in November, so this is what I planned out the 4 months, and then I just backlogged the previous 2 from my other planners so that I could compare the data if I wanted to do that. I also did that with this. Again, just track, you know, moving my body, which we're gonna get better at again. So there's that. This is how I used the planning ahead spread. I've yet to do a bunch of decorating in this planner. I've just been too busy, so I'm excited to sit down and kind of add some more decoration, but I did get the bare bones in. So since I started this in November, I did the planning ahead starting in December. So December, January, February, and I haven't quite filled out this March, April, May portion yet, but that's that. Then we had this spread in the front. I have to be careful because I did move around a couple pages, but I don't think this was one of them. I just did a card spread for my birthday, so that was there. We have some, oh yeah, see, I moved one of the spreads from further down up here, but this, hopefully not confusing anybody. This is the page that's in the front, but this decoration is not. I was planning out Black Friday sales. I have a content and ideas page, which I'm going to flip past. I used this spread for like creative projects, things that I want to be working on. So just like, you know, taking a backseat so I don't forget about them. If I have time to do something creative, I can come in here and pick something off the list. But that way they don't get lost in my, you know, weekly pages and stuff. Then I had like a planner launch checklist in the front there. And then we get into November. So again, I don't know why I didn't decorate. Things are just crazy, but this is how I did my monthly spread. I, of course, you know, filled in the dates and such. I used the extra boxes down here for like a stats tracker that I'll fill in at the end of the month. I don't know if I'll like that, but it's there. And then I just used this to kind of plan things. I was having my big Black Friday sale this couple of weeks, which is still going on. But I just wanted to note that there while I was planning. I had tried to take this week off for my birthday, but it didn't work. But that was kind of like how I was planning in the side there. So you could use it for, you know, the top 3 best things of the week, top tasks, the projects you're working on. I just use it for little reminders. So there's the month at a glance. Then we have your monthly intentions. So I wrote my like top goals here, projects I'm working on, things I wanted to do for myself, reminder to start buying Christmas gifts, which I actually did, so go me. I didn't actually write down anything on this page, but I hope to be a little more on top of it for December. This was a little like, again, all over the place because November was crazy, and I actually also didn't move into it until after November started. So there's that. My November tasks, so miscellaneous November tasks that I need to remember. I added this piece of paper in here because I was working on planning ahead like content for you guys. So there's that. This is how I'm using the remember list. So I have things I'm waiting on in the mail, which got pretty crazy long, especially since I'm ordering Christmas gifts and stuff. But I have a reminder to get my Jeep inspected. I was like, yes, I'm doing my planner release, so I put that up there. I've been working on adjusting, my fiance Chris, he changed his work schedule. So I've been working on adjusting to that. So just different stuff. And then I put sticky notes on top of sticky notes because why not? uh, all right, let's catch up on the chat for a second. Angie said, I'm starting mine in December and have done a collage spread for Christmas to try and get in the mood. Oh, how nice. I started putting stickers in mine too so that I would hopefully try to jumpstart that. One area tells Old Man Winter to go frost himself. That is too funny, Angie. I love it. Tammy says she loves that idea. Go frost you. Yeah. There you go. All right, so this is the first weekly spread of November here. Again, I haven't gone back and done any of the decorating, but you'll see I was using top tasks up here, day off, things that I need to go, things that I need to go, places I need to go, things I need to do. And then just doing my usual noting things down for my memory keeping purposes and stuff. I had my to-do list on this side, and then as I was talking about with the new schedule there, I had to work out a new dinner and dishes schedule for Chris and I, so I was using that for that. And then this was the second half. So I used the back side of this to just do a affirmation type of thing. It was a really stressful week for me, so I was just trying to work through that. Documenting my dinners on the bottom here. And yeah, just more of the same. It's my same planning style. It's just in my own planner. So this was the next week. I used some of my stickers from my shop up here as the days of the week. To-do list, random notes, things that I was going to make for meals that week, brainstorming, some things that I might want to do. On this side, I wanted to do research on a birth tarot card. As I heard, I can't think of her name. I have it written here. I'll have to look. But I was watching a YouTuber and she was talking about that. So I left myself space to do that. And I actually ended up purchasing a book that talks about it. But anyway, moving on. This was last week. It was my birthday. So I did get some decoration in here. I switched from black to blue pen in the middle of the week, which is a little crazy, but such is life. So again, planning, I used these stickers from my shop, my date stamp that I love to use, some washi tape, did my to-do list, and then I did a little bit of journaling so I turned 28 on Wednesday, so on Tuesday I did a end of the year reflection, and I just used the note space front and back for that. We'll put a little tea tag in there. And yeah, and then this is this week, which is pretty bare at this point, actually. I need to get back into my planner. All right, let's look at the chat for a second again. Timmy says, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. That was a good movie. Angie said, I was glad you had so much space toward the binding. Yes. I wanted to do that so that if you wanted to take it apart for, this purpose, putting it in rings or this or whatever have you, you could. Thank you so much for the super chat, Angie. I really appreciate it. That's awesome. Thank you. As Sarah said, same. It makes it really flexible about rebinding. Yes, it does. Karen says, now I need to decide if I want to disbind mine right now. I'm just doing it as is. You could always disbind it later on. I started actually in this and then I took it apart after a couple of weeks. So, because I missed my discs. So you could totally do that. Karen says, I can see how it would be more versatile in discs. It definitely lets you add, discs are just versatile to begin with because you can add in extra pages whenever you want. Andy said I wanted to buy you and Chris a Black Friday coffee. Well, thank you so much. Angie said I just wish the discs weren't so bulky. They can get kind of bulky if you get the giant ones. These ones aren't bad. I don't know what size they are, but you're right, it can get a little bulky. All right, moving on. So this is this week. Wrote a little pep talk to myself. Black Friday wish list of things that I wanted to purchase. Reminder that Chris had to make the mashed potatoes yesterday for Thanksgiving. And yeah, looking pretty barren this week. I need to step up my game. And then this week, I knew I wasn't going to use for anything, so I was just using it to test. These are the stickers, part of the sticker collection that's coming out in December, so there's a little sneak for you. These are those cloud labels that I talked about. So yeah, that's how I was using that. I haven't done the monthly reflection yet, obviously, because we're still in the month. And then here we go. Martha and Coot is who, or Cody. I'm so terrible. I don't think she's watching this, but if anybody else knows, tell me how to pronounce her poor name. But anyway, that was who I was talking about with this. But so for my favorites, I did an enjoying watching. So we watched The Addams Family, the original sitcom, which was awesome. And then I just have a bunch of YouTubers that I've been enjoying watching for the month there. I wanted to do like a favorite moments. Chris and I went with Shadow and we walked during the full moon around the property. So that was fun. During the eclipse or whatever. And then just some favorite meals that I've been enjoying for the month. And then I actually used, this was a card reading, so I used the decorative pages for that. I set myself a goal or a challenge to do some type of journaling every day. So I was writing, kind of inspired by NaNoWriMo, which is National Novel Writing Month, for those that don't know. So I was keeping track of what I was doing each day in there. And again, I need to kind of catch up on that. But I really enjoyed that spread for that. Then I have my transactions, which you don't really need to see. And then Christmas gift ideas. I don't think anybody's watching, but in case they are. And then, of course, as you're shopping for other people for Christmas, I have my running wish list of things that I might want to buy there. And then I used some of the blank pages back here this month to do scripting for a couple of days, just like the night before, kind of scripting out what I wanted the next day to look like. So I did that on some of the blank pages. I'm doing a Q&A over on Patreon in December, and I already have some questions there for that. So I left that space to write those down, and I still had several like pages left in the back here, which is awesome. And of course, since this is the disc bound, I could move them if I wanted to, but I also put them at the end before the month so that if this happens to you in the bound planner, it's close enough to the next month where you could actually just use these extra pages. If you run out in December, you could use the extra pages from November and they would still be next to December. Does that make any sense? I don't know. But this is December. I started planning the month here. I need to schedule which day the Q&A is going up. I tried to start doing a little bit of decorating, like Angie said, to get myself in the mood. I do need to do, of course, the intentions and things. I started my to-do list. So basically just decorating my waiting on list. I'm using my cotton candy sticker kit from my shop for December again. I did that last year and I really liked it. So it's this blue color and this pink color. So I started planning out some of the weeks there. And I think that's pretty much it. I just put in some of the stickers and stuff, and then date stamped out the rest. So that's how I've been using my planner so far. I thought I already did a pen test page, but I suppose we could just do one together here. This one's stuck to the back cover. That's too funny. All right, so obviously in a perfect world, I would have paper where nothing would bleed through. But in order to make the planner available to everyone and get it printed through Amazon, I couldn't exactly pick the paper, but in my opinion, it's enough for what I need. So I'm going to show you different markers that I have that I usually use in my planner to show you whether they ghost or bleed through or whatnot. And if there's one in particular that you would like me to test for you, let me know. If I have it, I will do that for you. So let's just write pen test up here. I'm going to catch up on the chat, and then we will do the pen test. Let me know in the chat here if there's something specific you'd like me to test. Oops. Angie says, the stuff you put in looks so cool. I still have the fear of starting and messing it up. I hate that feeling. It's, we all get it, right? Of messing it up. I even got it, and it's my own planner. But I feel like the permission slip in the front kind of helps a little bit with that. So try that out if you haven't already, Angie. Karen says, I started watching the Wheel of Time series, loving it. I haven't heard of that. Angie says, I gotta make a Christmas movie watch list. Yes, I need to do that too. I want to make not a movie list, but I want to make a Christmas special, like episodes from TV shows that we like, list of things to watch. Does that make any sense? I have no idea. Angie says, I have to get in the spirit. I look forward to spending more time in it. Yes. Sarah says, I am hesitant to say fountain pen. I will test it out for you, Sarah. I will probably not fare too well, but you never know. We'll test it out. Sarah said, I love the layout you have going. Thank you. Tammy says, can you test out a simple highlighter? Absolutely. All right, let's highlighter. Let's get some fountain pens. This is a bold tip one, so it's pretty inky. So it's, yeah. So we'll use that one. And then this is more of a fine tip one. So we'll try that. I'm not going to try a Sharpie because it bleeds through everything. Sarah says, thanks, I don't expect it to go great. I don't either, but I'm up for surprising myself. I also want to try for you. So I have, this is like a super inky gel pen, which I know bleeds through, but I want to try like a regular gel pen for you as well. Let's see. So I have a popular brand in here. Energel Papermate and the Energel Plana. Alright, I'm going to use a mild liner because I love those. Tombow. Real brush pen. Alright. So, obviously, ballpoint pen is always good. And then we'll use the highlighter over that. So I'll do one pass there and then two passes and a little, we'll color it in. So there's the highlighter. I will also do the mild liner. right, let's move things over here. Paper Mate Ink Joy. Watercolor. Oh, this was another darker mild liner. Alright, this is the Tombow. This I know bleeds through. This is the Real Brush pen by Arteza. It's so inky. I used it on my December spread here. And it did bleed through. So this is we'll call it the super inky pen. Oh, okay. Let's do Paper Mate Flare. Oh, that one's all funky on the end. Does anybody else's get funky on the end? Oops. I'm making a mess. All right, then we have my TWSBI Fine Nib. Karen said on this kind of planner, I just use my Sarasa gel pens and they work fine. Yeah, Sarasa gel pens are great. Sarah said I destroy flare tips so fast. I know, me too. I write so hard. Sometimes with the funky end. Okay, it's not just me with the funky end then. Sarah said I love pens, but I tend to destroy them. Yeah, I'm not too good with the fine line tip stuff. TWSBI Bold. Oh, and I'll also show you a paint pen. Because I love using these. All right, so looking at the back, let me get this detached from this so you guys can see better. Not sure why that's sticking. All right, so here we go. So this was the regular highlighter. Most things, even just like a regular pen, they don't bleed, but they do ghost. I don't know if that's because I have a super heavy hand and what is that called? I ridge the paper because I push down so hard. But yeah, so there's that. So you can see some ghosting. So if you don't like ghosting, I'm sorry. So this was the regular highlighter, didn't bleed through at all. The mild liner, for the most part, didn't bleed through. It does, when you go over it a couple times, bleed with the stop and start, just a tiny bit. Ink Joy, Paper Mate Ink Joy did fine. Energel Clenna did fine. Tombow didn't bleed through. The Real Brush pen, this actually, because I wasn't pushing down super hard, it didn't bleed through too much like it did on the previous page that I used it on. This super inky gel pen does bleed through a little. Paper Mate Flare did okay. Again, with the like stop and start point, sometimes you get a little show through, but not much. The the TWSBI, of course, fountain pen did bleed through a little bit, and the paint pen doesn't. I don't know what sorcery that is, but the Arteza paint pens don't bleed through for me. So let me hold this up so you guys can see a little better, hopefully. So yeah, that's the pen test. My hope is that in sometime in the future, I will have enough interest in the planner and enough money to invest in getting them printed with like a lay flat binding and better paper and all that stuff. But for now, we're working with what we got. So yeah, that's the planner, you guys. You're welcome, Sarah. I'm glad it was helpful. All right, let me put all of these away, and then we'll talk about the giveaway. Let me know too if you guys have any more questions on the top of your head as I'm putting these away, and I will answer those to the best of my ability for you. Timmy says, I don't mind ghosting. I like it. I like it too because it makes it look like used. I don't know. It adds character. Says we use a lot of highlighting here on our main calendar downstairs. Yeah, I'm constantly using highlighters. Paint pen sorcery for sure. Thank you for swatching those out. Yeah, of course. Of course. So, yeah. Let me know if you guys have any extra questions. I think I just said that, but say it again just in case. So, to enter the giveaway, I will be hosting 2 giveaways. One is for the planner, which is only open to those who are in the US. I apologize for that. You can order, okay, backtrack. This planner is available on Amazon worldwide. It's print on demand. So as long as your Amazon prints books in your country, you should be able to get it shipped to you from your own country and not pay like $1 bajillion in shipping. If you would like to shop the planner and your stickers at the same time, I do have a couple of copies in the shop at the moment. You can pick up from my Etsy store if you want to do that, to pick up with your stickers. But you can get both the soft cover and the hardcover on Amazon. The link will be in the description as well as on my website. So, giveaway. US only giveaway. The prize will be a copy of the planner. Once I find out who won the planner, I'll write a little message and sign it for you. And then if you're my international peeps, I didn't want you to miss out. So I have an international only giveaway, which is like something no one says, right? I'm going to be giving away this sticker kit as well as other stickers that I'll throw in there with it for you, but I will mail that out snail mail to anywhere in the world as long as your country is receiving mail. I believe Australia and is it New Zealand? There's a couple countries right now who aren't accepting mail, so I do apologize. If you live in one of those countries, I won't be able to send it to you. But so 1 international prize, 1 US only prize. In order to enter the giveaway, obviously, like the video and subscribe to my channel and leave a comment letting me know what the most important feature of your planner is for you. It's like, what is your must-have planner layout or feature? I would love to know, so leave that comment in the comments under this video. The giveaway will close Tuesday 11:59 p.m. So the last day of the month right before it turns to December, and I will announce the winners by replying to your comment, and I'll probably sneak it into a video as well, and I'll get those shipped out for you. I'll leave all the details in the description box in case I'm confusing anybody. All right, Karen had a question. Are A5 covers too small for the planner? I really all depends on the brand. I don't quote me on this because I don't have one to test for you, but I heard from somebody else who had gotten the planner that their Chic Sparrow A5 fit it because they run big. But I really don't have a way of knowing if your cover will fit it because it is half letter. So it's a little bigger than A5. So some companies allow the extra room and it will fit and some don't. I'm hoping to get my hands on some covers to test out for you guys in the future so you do have some options there, but at the moment I unfortunately don't know. But my guess is most A5 covers will be a little too small. Carolyn said, my must-have planner is Leanne's work must be in it, or it is not a planner at all. You are so sweet, Carolyn. Carolyn says, I'm so late to the party, LOL. Just had to pop in and say hi. And love you all before my cold minutes kick in. Oh no! I hope you feel better, Carolyn. Thank you for popping in anyway. I really appreciate it. So yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me during my planner lunch party. It was so fun chatting with you all and showing you and explaining all the things. Hello to everybody watching the replay. I really appreciate each and every one of you, whether you purchase a planner or not. Like you guys are the one who made this possible. And if several of you hadn't asked me over the years if I was ever going to make a planner, I probably never would have even been at this point. So thank you all so much from the bottom of my heart. I really appreciate each and every one of you. I will leave the details for the giveaway in the description box below. Don't forget, if you want some stickers, the Black Friday sale is going on until the end of the month. And there's fun freebies and stuff that go along with that. Orders and stuff as well. So, yes, great to see you too, Angie. Thank you all so much for being here. I'm looking forward to Tammy and Angie's videos sharing how they're using their planners. I am reposting pictures that you're sharing on Instagram with the hashtags in the planner, so check out my stories and stuff if you want to see some inspiration from some of your creative peeps. And with all that being said, I'm going to skedaddle off and get some lunch, I think. Tammy says, thank you for your inspiring work. Oh, thank you so much, Tammy. You were so sweet. I'm glad you find it inspiring. That means a lot. All right, you guys have a fantastic rest of your Friday and a beautiful, beautiful weekend. And I will see you guys again soon. I'll see some of you for our Zoom hangout over on Patreon, hopefully, on Sunday. So I'll see you guys in my next one. Take care, guys. Bye.